once again to Conscripted, episode 59. Thank you for the sub.
Is it episode 59?
That was the last one I had showing. Is it supposed to be 60? Because that would really suck.
I thought the 59 was the one we did last week.
Yeah, I have session 60, but I've been wrong lately, so I have no idea what's going on.
No, 58,
I remember for sure it was.
58 was nope, because 60 was supposed to be 58 was 14 days ago. I have the title wrong. I will update it now, which really sucks because that means that I'll have to remember that when I'm doing VODs, but that's okay. It's episode 60. It's the perfect number for the party to die.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm not excited about that. No, don't agree with him.
No, that's why I remember it was 60, was because we had that discussion. Episode 60 is the perfect time.
Listen, if I don't kill at least 2 party members in this whole castle, I am going to be very disappointed in this castle.
Well, rip Zeke, I guess.
Well, yeah, he's not here to defend himself, so he's getting voted off the island.
What's that, Zeke? You feel very heroic and want to stand in front of everything?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Zeke. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for staying true to your character and being heroic and standing in front of all the monsters for us.
Oh, thank you. Protecting the evil wizard behind you. I appreciate it.
It's what Zeke would do, guys. It's what Zeke would
Don't worry, I'm standing right behind you to protect you, Arvos.
Hey, hashtag Zeke Lives Matter. Too soon? I got some cringes. I think too soon there.
No,
I was just thinking if that was an apt enough recap of where we are. I think so.
Yeah. You guys arrived out front, and there was nothing there, right? You guys were like perfectly unbothered. You guys came damaged ahead of time. I don't think you guys took damage.
I mean,
we were pretty
Did no one
awesome.
take damage? No, I took damage.
Did you? I couldn't remember. I thought maybe you took a hit, but
I took 11 points of damage.
Okay.
I took a whole whopping 4.
Didn't you have your heart grabbed out or something? Or
not grabbed out, just grabbed.
Yeah, they attempted to.
Yeah, we took down a centaur.
Oh, maybe that was me.
Or no.
Oh yeah, that was definitely me.
I always get minotaur and centaur mixed up.
It was a minotaur.
Minotaur.
Yes. Minotaur is because they have 1 set of legs. Centaur is because they have 100 sets of legs.
Oh, I thought Minotaur was because it was part centaur, part fish.
That's what the prefix centa means.
That's not how this works.
It's not MINNOWTAR?
No, not
so, yeah,
Minotaur.
We took down a welcoming party that seemed to be there to clean up any lower level people that would try to come up here, but it seemed like we were pretty aptly prepared for this. I mean, to be fair, the fight was pretty easy, but I pre-casted like 8 spells, so I mean, if it didn't go that well, it would be very concerning, but yeah.
Accurate.
And I believe there's some things that you've learned. There's at least a couple of things you've learned about the territory around here.
Yes, I did cast my spoopy little eyes to go look around.
Yep, which gave you sight of this.
Yeah, so I did see this, but I didn't want to ask then. But so are these the 2 buildings that my eyes?
Those are the 2 buildings that your eyes saw. These you can actually see already, but these you didn't get any additional information about.
The left one we still don't know what it is, right?
Correct. You also, your eyes for some reason didn't see these buildings.
Okay.
But they also didn't not see the buildings. So it's not like they were missing eyes, but the areas probably should have been scouted were here, and those eyes definitely didn't come back. Like, you can account for eyes going in all the rest of the directions.
Can we get size descriptions? So are any of these towers? Are all these 1 level, 2 level buildings?
This is a 2-floor building with a lot of old decaying hay on it, or out in front of it. This is a 2-story building as well. The buildings back here are single-story buildings. And this is about the center building is about 5 stories tall. The rest of this is probably the equivalent of about 2 to 3 floors tall.
The walls, you mean?
The area around where the actual keep is. The walls themselves are about 15 feet tall. About 15 feet. No, I'm sorry, 50 feet tall. Stop doing that, Steve.
50? 50?
50 feet tall.
These things here.
No. These walls.
Oh, these
ones. Aren't walls. These are the outer. This is basically just the outer structure of the keep. And there is there's a wooden walkway above a little like slightly lowered area on the roof. But you guys, you would have seen that when you flew over.
Is this all? Is this the edge of the floating castle, or is there stuff behind?
This is the edge of the floating castle, where this big wall edge is the edge of the floating castle, and this is the water below, and these are the rocks beneath it.
Okay.
And this is where the party is presently.
Sorry, last question. Is this in scaled units too?
It should be as close as I can get it.
Okay.
I think the main building is not 100% to scale. I was trying to scale that out well, but then as I was like scaling things down, I couldn't get everything to scale in as correct as I want, but the path up should be roughly up to scale. Because you measured that out, it was about 300 feet, a little under, so would be about 300 feet.
So, everyone feeling okay?
More or less.
Blood cloud was a little disturbing, but I think I'm all right. That was. I guess I'm a little bit gassed from the flies, but if Ra or Zeke, if you want to take lead for now, we can check out some of these, I'd say these closer buildings. And if it's starting to get really hairy, we can potentially rest, but just want everyone to be aware that I'm basically out of my magic for now. I'll save, I have a little bit saved if shit gets really bad, but don't expect me to be able to bail you out.
Fair enough.
Are
we going to be predictable and walk on this nicely laid path on these creatures that were ready for our arrival, or are we going to go off the beaten trail?
I'm actually we can see these trees very easily, right?
Yes, you can see the trees just fine.
Is there anything that
Go ahead. What were you asking?
Oh, is there anything that stands out about these, or am I able to tell anything about like what kind of trees these are?
So you'll know that these are definitely not native. In fact, you're standing on grassy ground. This area was uprooted from a desert. So this is definitely not natural terrain.
It actually answers my other question
the
about the
stonework
rocks,
also would not have been natural because there is not stonework. This comes out of sorry, not Meraxis. Out of fuck.
Oh my god, I know what the name of it is.
It might actually be Meraxis. It is Meraxis. I'm sorry. The stone. There is no actual like stone structure that exists in Meraxis, so this is like entirely unnatural in nature. None of this is likely organic. It is probably all either arcane grown or transplanted or something along those lines.
Well, that's good to know. Am I able to tell that it's from Meraxis, or I mean, I don't know if that would be information I would have in character, right? Or
you have geography maps, so this is stuff you can put together. You know that know from other things that this was the castle that used to be in Meraxis. You know from previous dream stuff.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, none of this seems to be natural. These trees definitely didn't grow in or around Meraxis, and this grass is not sand. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, but it might be helpful information to have. And are these just like rock formations over here?
No, these are statues.
Okay, that makes sense. Are they all the same? Do they all look the same, or
you guys haven't wandered up to them? Like you're way too far away to identify too much of that.
Yeah, I just realized how small our miniatures were. So
that's not. I hate when I fucking forget to prep music.
I don't even know what to be prepared for anymore, because if there's a lot of apparitions and stuff of that nature, I don't even know why they would need grass. or a barn?
It's almost like we shouldn't expect a castle in the sky to be like the other cities we're from, Cassius.
Okay, if y'all don't move together, I'm leaving you guys exactly where you are when I look up at a map and see you guys in a place that you might be attacked.
I
did move up on my own.
I don't know who this is.
So I'm moving up to the side of this building.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so who is going to control Zeke temporarily? At least as far as movement on this map is concerned.
I guess I can do it.
Okay. Set Zeke's control temporarily to you then. Alright, there you go. You should be able to move Zeke.
Something like this. And is there any it's our flies wore off as soon as we stepped into the courtyard, right?
Your flies do not function while you're in the courtyard.
Do we see any windows or anything to get into this building?
There are indeed windows. I will give you some more details in just a moment. So as you look inside, you will notice that there is what looks to be like some tables and some chairs, and a variety of other like things like counters. There's some like plates and silverware on the tables. There's some cabinetry, a wash basin, at least from the windows that you can see in from over here. Like a bit of a sort of couch, but it looks like it's very old and a lot of disrepair.
Okay. Yeah, I was just about to ask if it looked lived in at all or recently. But
can I sort of similar check to what Cassius was looking for? Does it look like these were made by similar types of like craftsmanship, or are they potentially like a mix of imports?
These look like they are better made than the average piece of furniture, but not the kind of quality you might expect in a place this like extravagant. You would expect there would normally be like much higher quality furniture than what you see here, but it's definitely like furniture that nobility would probably be more likely to own if they didn't want to spend a lot of money on furniture.
And is it all like same like style to it?
It is all like, mostly stylized the same, aside from a single chair that's in there that looks like somebody kind of pulled it out of a completely different place.
Erebos, get over here.
Whoa. That close? What do you want?
There's no one inside. It's fine. Well, that I can see it. This furniture, it's definitely nobility make. I recognize the grade. Does it look familiar to you?
What is this?
Perhaps from people you.
You can give me a perception. See how well you can identify things. Doesn't look particularly familiar to you. It's definitely not anyone in like Kruzaizen or anything you might know that would have made it.
None of the furniture or items seem particularly interesting. I've never seen. Are like the makes like completely foreign to me, or just doesn't look like anything I recognize?
Doesn't look like anything you recognize.
Okay.
And the one chair looks like distinctly different, right?
Yes, one chair looks very distinctly different.
Was I able to like notice anything about it for my perception check as far as like whether or not it looked like it was somebody was still living in there, or
let me see what your no, you can tell there is presently nobody living inside of here. There's like layers of dust on everything inside.
Is it worth it to examine the true nature of things in this spot?
I would save it for let's clear the courtyard, and then we can figure out which things we want to prioritize follow-ups on. I think. I don't know.
You talk about looking at
I guess
magic?
it's spell points, so you could technically do it as much as you want. But
You talking about looking at the magics?
That and true seeing?
I'm not sure. I mean, okay. I mean, I just don't want you to get blinded again in case this entire place is all magical.
Certainly worth detecting magic on for now, but let's see what's inside. And if there's an accessible window, I'm going to go in through the window.
Okay.
If it's really high up, then we'll just go through the door.
Should we examine for traps or magical things protecting us before you venture in?
Well, you can do that as I go in. It's fine. If I recall, does detect magic go through walls? It does not, right?
No, but if there was like an alarm spell placed on the window, I would be able to see that or something. Or
yeah, no, you can do that. Go for it.
The problem is if I cast a spell, it may be a little loud. So, do you want me to do that?
We just literally like fought a minotaur that was like screaming in pain. I'm pretty sure people would know we're here by this point.
I've still got this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
One of us fights with like a explosive contraption device.
I'm sold.
There is nothing magical about this, about the inside or outside of this building that you can see.
I see no magic.
I'm going in.
Okay. The window is locked.
What's it made of? Is it like a shades, glass, or
glass and wood?
I'm gonna kind of look around at the back of the building, like to just kind of like see the back side of the building itself.
Sure. Give me a perception.
All right. I don't want to head out there by myself without.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
You check around back. It is empty as a ghost town back here. There's nothing here.
No windows.
No windows on the back.
If we don't see any traps inside, then I'll just try the door next. See if the door is locked.
The door is also locked.
All right. Give her the good old taste of American freedom, aka breaking and entering.
All right.
The door is made of wood.
Yes.
Nobody can disable things.
Yeah, I'll just smack it with iron.
Okay.
Where is my shit? God, I have to rewarn it because
I was checking if I picked up knock, which I don't think I did.
Yeah. Oh, you can just give me a strength check to bash in the door.
Oh, I was just gonna attack it.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, you'll get your way in. You can eventually cut your way through it, no problem. You burst your way in. And inside it is dark, but that doesn't really affect you too much. It is very dusty, dirty, and it smells pretty bad in here. It smells like walking into like a murder scene that's been closed up for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
I don't know if that was the cue. Yeah, I don't know if that was the cue to click perception before you stop talking or what. But
so you are looking around and through here, and there's no sign of a body anywhere. But it definitely smells like things have died here.
My knowledge religion was to identify if that smell rings a bell with any like potential hauntings on a building or the disturbance that may be caused by this or anything like that.
You're contemplating on that subject, and it is interesting that you choose to contemplate on the subject.
Oh God, thoughts protect me.
I need to go get Sphinx.
Because
this place almost smells as bad as you, Cassius.
I'm on the wrong one. Hold on, I got a lot of windows open, so bear with me for a little bit because there's a lot
it's
of.
Okay, I can make fun of Cassius for the interlude.
Haha. Haha. Hey, I'm pretty sure that I mentioned that I actively shower when we go to inns.
That has to be said.
Sometimes.
Murder and nobility. Reminds me just of most nobles I've met.
Yeah, I miss the good old days.
That's your father, not so much you.
I miss the good old days when it was just murder and nobility.
Thanks to Cassius, politics. The only other city that I was almost going to be considered a noble in, I'm disgraced in already.
Oh, sure your mouth did a good enough job of making sure that that wasn't going to happen without me.
Yes. It was both our faults.
Yes, it had nothing to do with that person that had an exorbitant amount more wealth than you. Nothing to do with that at all. Oh, I missed this a little bit.
That was untrue, Cassius. Unknowns to you, I had a bag of mithril. I was ready to buy that damn place.
I forgot that you had hidden a lot of money away from us again. My bad.
That was always intended to be used for you guys, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I was just waiting for the right moment.
Well, you're gonna drop it on us from from like the top of a building or something?
No, don't be so crude, Cassius. You're no good to me dead.
Oh, good. Where's Sphinx? Actually, he's still looking this stuff up, so...
I'm gonna find things when I've closed windows. I thought it was the last one I had up, but I cannot... This one? Might be this.
Good, now that he's gone, I'm just gonna start punching our host in the face.
That would be about a fair fight, is Cassius has to fight melee punches with no feat sport. And then maybe. Still probably not, but...
That's true. I do have a -1 in my strength score, so I only have a 13 and then a 14 in my con, so he might be able to hit me. Do some bare knuckle boxing. I'm down. Although if our beach episode is anything to go by, I can't trust him to not use spells.
Well, that's what I say is like, I mean, most of his spells are just disruptive, but I don't actually know how arrows would kill you. It's not his build, basically.
By dropping a chunk of mithril on my head.
All right.
Sorry, just got something out of the oven.
No problem. So, Aravos, you notice that smell. But it not necessarily from a haunt per se, but definitely from the smell of like what happens to a body when it's been left hanging for a very long time.
What? Like literally left hanging?
Literally left hanging for a very long time.
You said this was 2 stories, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, God damn it.
Smells like there's a body that's been left out far too long. Perhaps in the second story.
Yeah, I'm just going to look up at the ceiling.
The death is everywhere. With my perception check, Steve, I'm looking for any signs of like sigils or anything that like might link to a location.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to get at with all these, by the way, just so like you have my out of character. I'm really curious where this castle came from, and my working hypothesis that it like broke off from the shore somewhere and went up into the sky. So I'm trying to get like an idea of where it might have came from geographically.
Yeah. There's no symbology on any of the on anything in here as you go. So right now you guys are in what looks probably like some sort of like dining area, like kitchen and dining area that you come into sort of first. There is actually a second entrance. I don't know if you noticed, but you guys came in through the feeding entrance. There is also a second entrance. That's why the 2 roads lead into the building.
Oh, okay. Yep. I thought that was just 2 ways up onto a porch.
Nope. There are 2 different ways into the building.
Sphinx, this place reeks of death. Perhaps there are spirits lingering you can speak with?
Let's see.
You look about, and you... It works through... Yeah. You don't see anything here so far.
Not in this room, at least.
Oh, good. That means we have to go upstairs.
Yep.
Is the ceiling made just like of wood or something?
Yeah, ceiling's just made out of wood.
I didn't have breakfast or anything this morning, so I'm not too worried. But you might want to hold your stomachs because it does not smell good up there.
So you can either go. There is from where you come in through the door. There is either a door on the straight ahead and to the left, or you can go right into where the other room with the other door would be.
I'm assuming the other door on the right is closed.
It is closed.
Let's go right. Don't really have any reason to pick one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
no reason to get trapped if we go upstairs.
You'll
Yep.
open this up, and you'll notice that there is like a large wardrobe
Awesome, Kira.
that is like left slightly open, and inside there are a number of like coats.
Lions.
There are some gloves, some hats, all like kind of hung inside of the wardrobe that's there. There's a little to the right of the door. There's a little place where there are some umbrellas that are and parasols that are neatly tucked away in a container.
It's all very clean, and the wardrobe is all hung up.
Yeah,
with care.
aside from the dust that's layered over it, it is very well kept.
And some detect magic when we're inside.
Yeah, you'll actually notice that there is one umbrella that is magical.
Sounds
Can I
familiar.
attempt to get, if I concentrate, can I get a school of magic or?
It is abjuration.
Ooh. And then I believe it's a spellcraft to try to identify, right?
Yes.
Where's Trent when you need him?
It appears one of these umbrellas are magical. Let me see if I can discern its.
Yeah,
Oh, I think I have a +2 because I'm an elf.
you do. You will know that this is an umbrella that, well, it only has the typical umbrella covering at the top. It will stop all of you from being able to get wet if it is placed over your head. And anyone else whose head is directly beneath it will also not have the rain be able to fall on them.
Could be useful. Who knows
Okay.
what we'll encounter in here? Someone, I guess I'll just hand it to Zeke, because Zeke's kind of the one that sticks the closest, I feel like, to
Okay.
the back line usually.
And he would look really cool with a parasol.
Yeah, just give it to them on top of all the other, like, jingasas
I
and
will
shit
give
he
Zeke
wears.
the waterproof umbrella.
If we go upstairs, I'm going to follow near him in case we get bloodbathed. I'm not about that.
Let's clear the other room.
You
The
go.
way I'm going up, the
Yep.
way I'm going about this is I want to try and clear the buildings while I still have my tactical adaptation up, and then we can do further exploration. I just want to make sure we're not going to be getting jumped by anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, my detect magic lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll be trying to follow along and look at stuff.
You can go into the other room, and there are much larger wash basins. Or I'm sorry, there's a room that kind of has like a not necessarily a door, but like a partition that is slightly ajar, and beyond that you can see a number of larger wash basins. You'll see that there is magic coming from there. You can easily discern that it's create water that is there. There's like a little touch thing that you can turn on and off to get water to start producing.
Did we actually search that last room we were in? Or did we just look and see that stuff?
You just looked and saw that stuff. You can search it even more.
Yeah, I'm going to go check it back out real quick.
Sure.
Like I said,
quick
like
one for her.
I would say try and clear all the buildings and then let's search whatever. I just want to make sure that we actually
Well,
search
our
stuff
other-
properly without getting jumped.
Well, because our other alternative was the stairs. Was it another door on this floor, or was it the stairs?
Yeah.
There's
It's
one
to
more
another
door that you've crossed through,
okay.
and then there's the stairs and the little cleaning room.
Okay. Well, I guess stay here check this, then I'll go back there after we're done checking this room.
Okay. Yeah, and then it's just either going up the stairs or you can check out the washroom.
Clear
I
the
don't see
first,
anything out of order.
clear the first floor first.
If you're
and
going
then
back
up.
to where the wardrobe was,
Well, no, this one I guess I would have stayed with, and then I would just go back before we go upstairs to make sure to give it a thorough
okay.
check.
If you
before we
go back
up.
to the wardrobe, you will find that there is a letter in one of the pockets of one of the jackets.
There's a letter in one of these pockets.
Before he touches it, I'm looking at any magic radiating from anything.
No magic.
Okay.
All right, then I'll open it. I guess at that point.
Yeah.
Probably not be able to read it.
You can pull out and open the letter. And as you do, you can feel the paper is very, very brittle. So I am going to need you to give me a dexterity check as you try to work with this paper. Yeah.
Wow. Of course.
You unfurl the paper and you realize just a little too late that you're pulling too hard, and you tear it, and it like it falls to a couple of different pieces.
Anyone prepare that simple mending spell? I didn't have it prepared.
I don't think I do. Nope.
Although this damage might be too much for a mending spell, actually, now that I think about it. But
You said it just like broke off into multiple pieces.
It's just a few pieces, yeah.
Oh,
I'll
I thought it was
carefully try to like line it up.
Give me
and
another
see where it
dexterity
starts.
check.
Cassius, please, can we clear the houses?
He like puts his fingers down on top of them and goes to push them across the floor, and they tear as he's like pulling them with his fingers.
Cassius, Meldronicus is right. Just get
Please
the paper.
do not touch anything, Cassius. We are just trying to clear the houses. Please.
Can I just read what's shown right now without touching anything else?
Yeah, you can make out a few words. It looks like some kind of note from somebody, but you can't really tell who. One of the pieces you tore has had the name on it, you assume. And the other part that got torn was the part that had like the who it was to, but it is definitely uncommon.
Okay.
Cassius, just put it in your bag or something. We have magics running out that we need.
I don't know if I want to touch this. You guys, I'm just gonna read it real quick while you guys.
Yeah, you won't be able to discern anything from it though. There's not like enough discernible information because 2 of the pieces are now almost entirely destroyed.
Great.
Can I carefully put this in grab the pieces and put it in my bag?
Give me a dexterity check.
Yeah, go ahead. Get
I was
this
going to
20.
say, before anyone else touches it, please, before anyone else touches it, I want to try linguistics to see if I can fit like what the letters might be. I know it's a hard check, but I have a really high DC for a check.
So even with the linguistics, what you're trying to do is kind of like missing half of entire sentences, and then trying to discern what those sentences could have been. And there's a number of different things these sentences could have been. What you can get is sentiment out of it. It seems like somebody is concerned for someone else in this letter.
Okay.
But yeah, Aravos, you can manage to like sweep up a little bit of it with like a bit of your robe, and get it onto like another sheet of paper, and then like put it away in either a vial or like a pouch or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm just adding a written letter torn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, if you need
it's heavily
to put it in.
Heavily torn?
Yes. One more stage of breakage and it is destroyed.
Well,
if you need something to put it in, I have like a scroll case. If you need,
I have lots of scroll cases. But yeah, I am a proficient scribe, so perhaps later we can do something about that. Okay. But yeah, I'm also going to cast another spell while we're looking around. Detect secret doors.
Yeah, there are no secret doors.
So last 1 minute per level, so it's going to be up for 10 minutes, and I'm just going to... Because I believe I just need 1 round to see the presence or absence of secret doors, so I'm just going to do like 1 round per room kind of thing.
Okay.
Right. Clear the washroom. Kind of just... Like I said, like let's just do like basically detect magics and detect doors on rooms right now, and then we'll do a more thorough search as a second suite.
In the washroom, there's again just the magic of the dispenser of water, but there's like this intricate little piping system that kind of goes down from where the water is created, and there's like little nozzles you can turn on and off the water to stop the flow into each of the basins. There's a little shelf and a cabinet that has like a number of different perfumes and soaps and other like cleansing things, and other cleaners rather.
Well, we delayed it long enough. Up we go.
You head up the stairs, and the smell definitely gets stronger the further you go up the stairs.
I guessed as much.
Standing near Zeke.
And as you all reach the top of the stairs, there is a... so in this area, there is, as you reach the top, there is a... there are no walls. It is just one open area with many, many, many beds spread out, about probably about 5 beds on each side of the building. There are like small little foot lockers at the end of each of the beds. And hanging from the rafters are the 10 bodies of the previous residents of this place. And as you all see it, I'm going to need everyone to make me a will save.
Oh, good.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yep, that's about right.
Oh, I thought Steve was making a will save. I'm like, what? The DM's making a will save. We're in trouble.
It's that grotesque looking.
Have I rolled anything
Hitting
about
will
this?
saves, just imagining the mental cannon he's about to.
I can't break Zeke's character sheet out of Roll20, and this is really annoying.
Oh, you can't like pop it out?
No, I cannot.
Maybe you have a max because you have so many windows open.
I don't think that's a thing, but I mean, it's Roll20, so I got it to work. Stranger things have happened.
Dynamic lighting, that's what's causing it.
Yeah, so Sphinx and Cassius. Do either of you have rope on you?
Probably not, but I'll check.
Nope, that's
Oh,
not-
no.
I cast rope
Okay.
trick. Nuts.
It's gonna be a fun trick.
Jesus.
No, I do not have rope on me.
Okay, so trigger warning for some people here. But I am going to need the two of you to walk over and start pulling the sheets off of one of the beds each.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, can we sense motive to see if their behavior has drastically changed from like what's happening? Like, why are they? Doing
Yeah,
this?
they're walking over to pick up the sheets. Something seems very unusual about this. Ra and Mel, you can definitely sense what is happening.
I'm gonna cast a magic circle against evil on myself and make sure they're in the radius.
Sure. They continue pulling the sheets off of the beds.
Zeke, grab Sphinx. Ra, help me with Cassius. And I'm just gonna like try and restrain Cassius.
All right, give me a CMB check versus his CMD.
Yes, sir.
Not quite.
Damn.
My CMD is actually.
It's gonna work out really bad for you, sir.
Yep.
Who is trying against you? Ra, you're trying against Sphinx, and Mal, you're trying against Cassius.
Yeah,
I suppose one of us on Sphinx, two of us on Cassius. I assumed that would be the.
Yeah,
Sphinx
Oh.
can probably
29.
pretty easily be grappled, I'm assuming.
I'll try to get Sphinx.
So Sphinx, does that beat your CMD, the 26?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And Cassius, that does not beat your CMD?
Off by 2.
Okay. So you start wrapping the sheet around your neck as tightly as you can get it and start tying it off.
Zeke.
Isn't that how you do that?
I cast slow on Cassius.
All right. His movements begin to slow in the middle of it.
I'll just roll it. I don't actually can't see the sheet. Nope. Okay, Zeke's check is not good. I'll try and grab him again. Nope.
No. So you will like start to step up slowly onto the bed.
Aid another action. Can I try and like restrain it, like help the grapple or something, or lower his check or something?
Yeah, but that's still not going to be enough in this particular case.
I just want to aid Maldronicus in any way I can. I don't know if I can at all.
Is there like knowledge religion check that you can make to try to discern like what is making them want to do this?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are aware that that sometimes a critical mass of something terrible happen can sort of create a phenomenon that creates a residual effect on people. The spirits themselves can sort of be motivating the area
Wait a
to
minute.
do a certain thing.
And
This isn't mind affecting, is it?
It is not mind affecting.
my main goal would be to
Just
try
checking.
to figure out what the cause would be to figure out what would counter it.
Okay, because I just want to check because my armor should be. Yeah, so that's
So-
interesting.
In this particular case, the only thing that you know is there is some way that is probably either in the room or something you need to do within the room that will get rid of this.
Gonna grow out my hair and start grabbing with my hair, which is stronger than my fucking arms.
Oh, I hate when you do this.
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
I was debating casting haste on you.
I hate
There we
you.
go.
Try to cut all the
That'll
bodies
fucking
down.
do
if
it.
that
I
would
have
fix
hope.
it.
Well, it's very interesting because it's definitely not mind affecting because my armor's been finished and I definitely have that mind busters thing on it, so I can't be. I'm immune to possession and mental control.
Yeah, that's some haunting bullshit.
Yeah,
So-
it is.
Yeah,
It is a haunt, but I run haunt slightly different than
I understand
because I
but-
hate the natural rules for the haunt. It doesn't work properly and is not very well explained. So there is
Well, yeah, it's
there's something that needs to be done to end this haunt.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just
And-
thinking out of character.
Is there
There-
any
there-
way to like do perception or sense motive or something on the surroundings to get an idea of what might need to be done?
No.
Okay. I guess I would suggest to someone, like, if anyone is free and able to, try cutting the bodies down, see if
Yeah.
that ends it.
Is Zeke still?
So,
Or am I still climbing onto the bed or?
so this is perfect for Zeke. He
Yeah.
he has reach, so he can be swinging this. So I have Cassius wrapped up in my hair.
Okay.
Oh,
Ra has Sphinx wrapped up.
Well, now these are going to have to be perpetual checks. So
Yep,
I'm going to
yep.
need a CMB each round, and I'm going to need the players to be opposing the CMDs. So we'll roll this into initiative real quick. So let's get some initiative from everybody. Hi, you didn't want my desk at all, and now that I'm streaming, you're like, oh, I got to be on your desk now.
your cat's a cam girl.
Apparently. Nope.
Insert vulgar joke here.
That you can't do. You can sit on my lap if you want, but... Okay, yeah, you go over there. That's your window. All right. Let me roll Zeke in there. Actually, John, you should just be able to click on Zeke and then your initiative marker, his initiative
Mal?
marker should, or yeah. Oh no, it won't
Okay.
be there. I'm sorry. I just realized that it won't work that way. All right, let me find his character.
Well, come on.
Go. All right, so Aravos, what are you doing?
I ready Featherfall for the bodies falling down. Try to be some respect to these bodies.
Okay. Sphinx, give me your CMB check to try to escape from Ra. That beats
No.
CMD. Okay. Mal, you've still got him held. We'll say that's when you did your
Hello,
grapple.
friend.
Thank you for the follow. Ra. You are.
So-
Yeah, you have her held, so you can try to take this further, or
Yeah, I'll
deal her
just
some
try
damage?
to. No, I'm not going to try to damage her, but I will try to give her like the pinned condition, I guess, so it's harder for her to get free.
Okay. I don't understand why she's. Yeah. Does that be your CMD? No, this is 1. Zeke will cut down. He could probably manage to get into a position and cut down 2 of the bodies at a time. So 2 bodies will fall, and you'll feather fall them, John?
Yep.
Okay. They will lower to the ground very slowly. And as they do, that will offer, I think, Cassius, you're further ahead, so that will offer you another will save. Ooh,
Of course, that's about right. It's
All right.
what, the 5th 3 I've rolled this game?
Cassius,
Bad seed.
gotta break free.
Of course, I'm gonna roll like a 20-something here, right? Oh no, okay, good. At least that's staying, at least they're consistently bad
Yep.
rolls.
Aravos.
I guess I don't have to ready it because it's an immediate action, but I just still use my round and just like look about the room. Is there anything other that we're missing or anything? I'm just looking around to make sure there's nothing like creeping up on us from the.
No, there
Stairs
doesn't
or
seem to
anything.
be.
All right, yeah.
Everything seems fine. aside from the bodies hanging down and the people trying to kill themselves. Sphinx.
I just maintain this slow on Cassius.
What you get over there? Hi.
Does that hurt your will saves? I don't even know. I don't think so. I think it's just reflex.
Sorry, repeat what you were doing.
I'm obviously, he's still slowed, and then I don't need to ready Featherfall. It's immediate action, so I'm just going to Featherfall again. But
okay. Sphinx.
Not quite.
All right. Mal.
Yep. Gonna try and pin good old Cassius down.
Yeah.
Stay calm, Cassius. It'll be over soon. It's not real.
I think with this, that is enough time that Zeke will be able to cut down like the rest of the bodies as this happens. You've got both of them pinned. Even if they manage to break free, that's going to be at least 3 rounds away. And then by the time they would be able to take the next step, Zeke would finally cut down the last 2 bodies. And Cassius, well, that's an interesting scarf. It's probably a little big for you as you come back to like realize what you're doing. And Sphinx, you're just holding onto this like sheet.
just for semantics, how many feather falls have I used? 2 more?
If you were going to bring them all down, it would have taken a total of 5.
Total of 5, so I
Yeah,
already
because you
cast
can do
1,
2
so
at a
4 more.
time. Yep.
Okay.
I'm like on top of Cassius, my Malhawk wrapped around you, and I'm just like, "Are you okay?"
I'm really annoyed that he said Malhawk.
Oh, it's a thing.
I guess this is better than the alternative.
I'm gonna slowly try to take the sheet away from Sphinx.
On a
You're
scale
not
from 1 to
gonna-
10, how much do you love Erebos?
That's a solid 10. He has his mind back, I think. We're
Not
best
if I
friends now,
said-
didn't you know?
Not if I said 10.
What? All that saving Mal didn't mean anything to you, Cassius? It's
Yo,
fine.
do I-
Damn it,
do I-
Cassius, answer the fucking question.
Do I remember what happened like during
No,
that
you
time,
don't
or-
remember what happened. You just know that you have this thing wrapped around your neck.
And I see the one around Sphinx, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sphinx didn't get. Did she get it wrapped around her neck? I thought.
No,
she
I'm
was
sorry.
holding
Sphinx is
it.
just holding hers.
she's like clutching onto
holding
it
a
like
sheet.
Linus.
And I'm like slowly trying to take it away from her and make sure she's not like trying to pull it back and start wrapping it again.
Did that happen to you too? I'm gonna kind of like look over at Sphinx.
Did I try to tuck myself in bed or something?
No, not quite. I'm pretty sure something much worse. But let's just take this sheet away.
And
Okay.
I've never tucked myself in bed like that, so
All right, if he seems normal enough, I'll let him up.
All right.
interesting.
So 10 bodies. What demographics? What ages? Is it possible to even tell? Or are they just so rapidly decayed?
They are
Clothes.
so heavily decayed. You can barely notice the clothes. These look like they are like bedwear. Like maybe there are some like white, very dirty, like previously white shirts. And there are some like long kind of breeches that they have on their legs.
And how do we know they're the people of the house? Are there 10 beds, 10 people hanging?
10
kind of
beds,
thing?
10 people hanging. Yep.
Cool.
Anyone proficient with looking at bodies? Does it look like there was a struggle, or can we even tell at this point?
There's
Just
no way you'd be
themselves?
able to identify. They've decayed so far and so long. Like now that things have calmed down and they've all been cut down, you'll notice they are basically just like there's very little flesh left on these things. It is mostly like heavily decayed skeletal forms with the clothes kind of hanging off of their shoulders.
Slight rule lawyering. Is there any broken bones? Like maybe they got in a fight, broken arm? Maybe?
Well, I mean, aside from the neck, they obviously have the
Right.
breakage of the neck that happens when you sort of push yourself forward off of a bed.
Well, yeah, I think Arva's going to be an arrogant assumption here. No bones broken. I think that means that they probably did this in themselves. At least they didn't seem like to fight back, so strange occurrence here.
Do we have to worry about these things coming back? I don't know
Sphinx, do you see
anything
any-
about how this stuff works.
No, Rod,
Sure.
you'll know once things have been cleared. This is often a clear condition. Unless there's some reason to believe like these bodies could reanimate themselves and rehang themselves. If like the condition has a completely changeable thing that would take actual effort to reset, there's no way to reset it. Some things can reset automatically, but it'll be more obvious. Like you'll take an action, but you'll know that action to be a temporary action.
Just in case it needs to be said, glance or you look over the bodies, anything in their pockets or anything like noticeable on them?
No.
Okay.
Nothing of note.
I'm gonna try to look about the rest of the room.
Yeah.
That's where my 19s are. Cool.
Yeah, Sphinx, you will see the lost souls of these things like slowly starting to fade. But as you turn on your spirit sight, you will feel the spirits draw into you. Gain 10 more spirits. Cassius, as you're looking around, you'll find like a number of random miscellaneous goods. There's some like copper pieces and some silver pieces in these little boxes. There's some like, little mementos here and there, small trinkets, small bits of like worthless cosmetic jewelry.
In the trunks at the end,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
okay.
Perhaps in this... Sorry, Mel, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, let's stay close to each other. If we start losing our mind and someone's off on their own, that'll be very bad.
Agreed.
I think we should just remember this. I think this is a one piece of the puzzle of what this whole place is all about. Let's keep moving, I guess.
Just a note, because I did cast that magic circle, I will now have that on for 100 minutes.
Sure.
What happens if I accidentally walk close to it? Can I enter, or do I have to like make a save or something?
You can't enter it, correct? You cannot.
I just
enter
can't
with a
enter
save,
it?
I thought.
I'll taste it.
I thought it was something like you're stuck on the side of it that you were when it got cast or something.
I want to
I
say
might be misremembering.
there's 2 modes for it. So if she casts it in that mode, then that's how it works. But I think if she just casts it generically, it doesn't do that. But
No, evil summoned creatures cannot enter the area. Oh no, he's not an evil summoned creature.
I'm
That's
not
what I'm
summoned.
thinking. So yeah,
Hello.
can
maybe I
enter-
am. I
No.
try to walk through it.
You can enter the area.
I'm not a summoned creature. Interesting.
Good to know.
I also have spell resistance, so I could try to... Anyway.
I knew it was something about evil characters not being able to enter the circle, but I couldn't remember. Thank you for posting that.
So we've cleared the building, correct? So we can...
Yeah.
If no one has any other ideas, we can head to the next one, I guess.
yeah, no other doors on this floor, right? Just the bedroom.
No other doors on this, just the bedroom.
Okay.
We didn't thoroughly search that one room before we the room with the
Yep.
yeah. Well,
You effectively
like I
did.
said, that's-
you effectively thoroughly searched all the rooms.
okay.
Let's clear the buildings for any stuff that's like gonna mindfuck people or attack people, and then we can go back and look for extra clues. I just don't want anyone getting caught up by themselves before we clear everything. So.
Well, yeah. I just figured that I just didn't know if we had checked that one room thoroughly or not. But if we did, then
And just an FYI, detect secret doors also detects like hidden things like caches or lock boxes or something like that too.
Yep.
Not just doors.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. I want the
Moving
hidden
out over
treasure.
here.
I know you do.
Zeke sort of follow. Zeke follow a bit close. I'll ask Erebos to sort of scan it. I'll scan too. Looking
As
for
we pass
any,
this statue, anything of
As you
I-
actually get into the area that you're getting into,
I'm gonna deliberately walk around to the statue because I don't feel comfortable walking near it.
there is. Everybody, give me a perception.
Yes, sir.
What the?
refresh. You get the bad seed.
Yeah, that's like the 8th 3 I've rolled this game.
Holy shit! Is that a perception record for Meldronicus? 42. I don't remember seeing a higher number. Maybe
I
they're.
already hit a 45 when we landed.
Oh shit! All right. Did Do you just gain like true seeing at that roll?
No, surprisingly, invisibility gives a plus 40. So,
Oh, true.
so I still probably can't see invisible. So.
All right. So the person here that rolled the lowest is going to be the victim. I mean,
God bless them.
Yay!
Wait, did you roll lower than
It's only
me?
plus
I
20
rolled
if
a
they're
10.
moving though. So.
Oh,
Yeah, the moving
Even
stuff
with
I could probably see.
A +9, I suck.
so
Nine
those
plus
of you
bonus.
that rolled higher than a 20 will hear the sound of horse hooves. And just as you like turn to look to see what it is, you see Sphinx is standing there, and this giant spectral carriage comes like tunneling towards her.
Watch out.
Oh god, that's a crit threat.
I need you to stop getting excited
Does
about
a
stuff
30
like that, Steve.
does a 36 beat your AC?
No, not at all.
Don't know if it makes a difference, but she would technically be my protection
matter.
from evil. Okay.
That'll
Just-
you're gonna take 32 points of damage
Oh.
as the cart barrels over you, knocking into the ground, and it just like races off and disappears.
It came from the stables, presumably.
You have no idea where it came from. By the
Oh.
time you would like
Yeah, I couldn't see
notice
shit, so-
the hooves.
I'm gonna help Sphinx up.
What
Are you
direction
okay?
did it run in?
It basically came from down this way and ran off this way.
Oh, sorry, I was zoomed in on the wrong part of the
From
map.
the south and then moved north.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Along the roadway, like as you guys were crossing the roadway, this thing just...
Like from the area we did just come from.
Yep.
Are you alright, Sphinx?
Barely.
Perhaps.
Heal yourself
heal,
up.
yeah.
It's gone
Yeah.
for now. Thing came out of fucking nowhere. I'm gonna in character. I'm like telling Zeke to like stick by Sphinx just in case something like that happens again.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna start moving Zeke by Sphinx.
With my perception, or everyone else who has succeeded their perception, we did see where it came from, the south to the north. So could
From
we
the south to the north.
turn our gaze with our detect magic on and stuff?
There is
any...
no magic.
No.
I know this is probably a long shot, but and I don't know how much like I can communicate with it, but I'm gonna see if I could try to communicate with the spirit mother. I know that I really don't have much pull with her.
What do you want to say?
I'm just gonna ask her if she's there.
You can feel like a slight breeze blow across your back.
All right, interesting.
I also did want to check out this statue while I think Maldronicus is looking at the door. I just wanted to look what the statue's all about.
Yep. So this is a statue of the first. Or I'm sorry, reverse. This is the statue of the last great dwarven king. The statue of. Let me get his name. The statue of Rockholm the Sixth.
His name is Rockholm?
Rockholm.
HOLM.
HOLM.
HOLM. And you said, sorry, the what? The fifth?
The sixth.
The sixth. We just know this with our base level knowledge, or only I do?
You can see that there's like a placard
Oh, an
on the bottom
inscription?
of his on the bottom of the statue. Yeah.
I was also told by Enipsis that like this castle was like his castle or whatever. Something
Really?
like that.
Since we're a little closer, do the other ones, or at least the closer ones, also look like dwarves?
They all look like dwarves. All
Okay.
6 of them
Yeah.
look like dwarves.
I figured as much at this point.
At least something to do with him, because I had that name in like my notes from talking with her, so I know she mentioned that like he resided in this castle.
Ah. I think back to the building we were just in. Was anything dwarven sized, or was it like man sized? Like...
Everything in there seemed to be like human sized.
Interesting. Perhaps that other house was for the slave or the peasants working for them. Anyways, I look at this building. Is this any dwarven sized anything, or
no? This looks to be a stables. There are a number of like stables to pen the horses. But there are no horses anywhere to be found.
No magic on the doors. I'm breaking the door down.
Okay. This door is actually unlocked. So you'll kick in the door, and then you'll notice that there is no lock on the door.
I forgot those things can change. Sorry, guys. I was getting a little caught up in the moment. I'm just going to go in.
Yeah. Inside, it looks to be a mess here. There are bodies of humanoids, like the remains of skeletal corpses, laying on the ground all throughout the room. There are various like things scattered about that are equipment for horses. Some hanging from the wall still, some on the ground. It looks like whatever happened in here was probably a lot of chaos before these people died.
I'm specifically looking for scorch marks or any like side effects, or does this appear to have been like a sword and like is there like slashes against the walls? Or
there's some of these people have broken bones. Some of these people have like bits of their clothing cut in a way that would not be like the natural wear of time. There's like scrapes across some of the walls in places where cuts might have likely happened, or like chops into things. Stuff has been physically like ripped loose. There were heavy signs of a lot of struggle going on in here.
I'm just looking around in general with my perception.
Yeah, it's a giant mess in here. But the thing as you look around, you'll notice is that there is no sign of there's no sign of where the horses are. There's like all the gear to all of the things that you would need to like chain them to a cart or to ride them isn't here.
I guess I'm still
is still here and hasn't been taken.
Yeah, and there's no horses to do that, to put them on.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna check the area outside the front and see if there's anything like leading to or from it, or like the surrounding area outside the front, see if there's anything, I guess.
No.
If I notice Cassie's doing this, I'll just say, seems like whatever happened here happened a very long time ago, I think.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if they were isolated or if something came from there to here or vice versa, or I don't know.
Sphinx, do you still prepare that mount spell?
You guys find anything in there?
I don't have it prepared right now.
Okay, that's fine. It's just an idea. I'm just gonna keep going through the rest of the house. So a bunch of skeletons.
Yeah, there's quite a few skeletons. As you get further and deeper in here, you will be able to uncover what has become of the horses.
I'm gonna move into the entrance area.
There are the scattered and tattered remains of horse bones. Many of them in like a pile stacked in the corner next to a large table.
Are there like individual stalls in here? Or?
No, you've like moved into the back in a separate area where like possibly the hands had like stayed or ate at the very least. And there is a large table in here. As you look around, there's like a little stove and a pile of horse bones.
Sorry, but pile, are we talking like a neatly stacked going up or just like a large mound?
I mean, imagine that when somebody finished chewing on one of them, they just tossed it over into a corner of the room.
It's not like they decayed into a pile of horse bones.
No,
it's very deliberate.
I was more scared of like just the straight up.
I like the idea of them building a horse skeleton out of the bones afterwards.
Are there
Like
any
a ship in a
wing
bottle.
bones? Like perhaps a
Excuse me,
Pegasus
what?
here?
It was all horses.
Oh, I thought you were looking for something to eat.
All casual horses. No, nothing for you to be proud of that Pegasus really got was coming to it.
Yeah, uninterested in this. Arvos wants to experiment. He's going to dimensional step 5 feet from inside this building to outside. Does it work? Or do I get dimensionally anchored?
No, inside of here, you can move from the inside to the outside with no problem.
Okay.
Is there anything else down here?
Oh wait, actually, this is teleport, isn't it?
It's conjuration, the same type of magic as teleport.
At 8th level, you can use this ability to teleport. It's literally teleport for purposes of the spell, so that will have an effect on you.
I get pulled into another.
There you go, Arvos. You are where you are.
What? I don't know where my token is.
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Back to it.
So yeah, you go to pass yourself onto the other side of the wall, and like you are suddenly standing back at the entrance.
Interesting. My first hypothesis is that any teleportation is used brings the user back here. I don't know if I know this. Has all my distance been used up for my dimensional step, or do I still have used up my 5 foot?
Is this like a perpetual thing that you can do?
Okay,
Okay, so you can do it over and
increments?
over again. Yeah, so you can keep going.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just quickly run up to here and dimensional step 5 feet again. Do I get?
Yeah,
pushed
you'll
back?
get pulled right back to there.
Interesting. All right, I won't waste time fucking around anymore.
Okay.
And hurry back
You
to the party.
feel, by the way, sick to your stomach. Incredibly sick to your stomach. For the remainder of, for about the next hour, you will be sickened.
Oh god.
To be clear, it's from the dimensional step, not from seeing the piles of horse bones, right?
Yes.
No, I don't give a
Of
shit
course,
about horse
yeah.
bones.
Just checking your alignment there, making sure you're still evil.
So I'll come huffing and puffing back to the party. Don't try any teleporting here. I figured I'd test it out before things got hairy and I could try to teleport us out. I don't think that's gonna work. Well, I mean, it
At least we'll know where we go.
It brings me back to that pad over there, but I
Which
just
might
did.
be super helpful.
I know, but I did minor teleportation and it made me feel sick to my stomach. So I don't know what would happen if I used the actual teleport spell.
Well, at least it's good to know where we would go in the case we might need it.
Yes, but I don't think it might be dangerous.
Yeah, but
we'll see. Anything interesting in the stables? Any Pegasi?
It's hard to tell.
I care not for dead horse. Can we move on?
Gotta check the second floor.
Yep.
There's a second floor.
The second floor is the bedrooms. Once again, there are beds
Horses
and
hung from the
lockboxes. The lockboxes have miscellaneous things of no particular value.
No one hanging this time?
Nope, no one hanging this time.
Sorry, how many beds do we see up there?
There are 3 beds on each side. There are 6 beds total.
That's because the horses didn't have thumbs. That's why.
This family knew not to bring fighting into the bedroom. It's there.
Never go to sleep mad.
Well, all right.
But you will notice there are 6 beds, but only 4 bodies downstairs.
Seems like some escaped.
By the way, Spinks, with your spirit sight, you will notice this area is devoid of spirits.
For the amount of bodies, there's no spirits around anymore.
Perhaps they made peace with themselves.
Possibly the horse was a memory. Maybe whoever got away in that carriage.
This feels a little optimistic, but
I've seen crazier things.
me too, and that's the problem.
We've literally teleported across the country to get here, Cassius. Little ghost horse and carriage isn't nothing to be
I'm just erring on the side of caution to make sure we don't get caught off guard by anything else like that again, hopefully.
Yep. All right, next I want to clear this guy over here, the right L-shaped building.
Okay.
There's no magic in this this place?
No magic.
So I will move up here. I'm having Zeke stay right on Sphinx. And then whoever wants to move other than that.
As we're passing this statue, I want to get a look at it. Is it another? It's another dwarf, I guess.
Another
you said.
dwarf,
Is there
yep.
any
Rock hole
inscription
in
I
the
can see
fifth.
as we pass it?
If you'd have to go around to the other side, but
At about here, just gonna pause, do some detect magic stuff, perception check.
yeah, go ahead and give me a perception. Ooh, very high. You can see through a window that is there in that building. There is a lot of like magical signatures coming from inside of the building.
Okay. I guess let me point this out to arrow rolls. I'll try spellcraft on them, but I'm probably gonna need arrows help.
Yeah. I throw detect magic up. I'm assuming 10 minutes have transpired, so I'll throw another detect doors up.
Yep. Yeah, this building has several doors. None of them secret.
Secret door. That'd actually be funny if it detects normal doors.
I'd specifically point up to the window and say, "There's lots of magic up there. Do you
Just for
recognize
that,
anything?"
just for this spell, the next place I build, I'm building all the doors with the word secret written on them.
Yeah, you don't know if they identify the secret.
Am I able to pick out the signatures to identify anything, or is it too far or too many?
You'd have to get in quite close to identify what the items are.
Okay. But a lot of them are radiating from this upstairs window, or is it a downstairs window?
It's a downstairs window.
Downstairs window.
There's only one floor on these buildings, on these two buildings.
Can we get auras from here at least?
You have to get within 60 feet.
Oh, go.
I'm giving you a freebie because your perception was so high that you could even see magical auras from there.
Just a reminder, the scale is ×3, right?
Oh, scale is ×3. Okay.
Is it? I don't know. I'm asking.
It is off. It is definitely off. It's supposed to. There should be a little more distance, but yeah, it's fine. If you can move yourself in within the range, and take a look at things, and you will see. You'll be able to give me a spellcraft then, Aravos.
For auras, just the Arcana check, right?
Okay.
Just looking for auras.
The auras are, I believe it's enchantment.
Ooh.
Disgusting magic.
Hold on. I might have it wrong. I have a regular habit of...
It is. I'm gonna ask for Erebos special.
Regular habit of forgetting. It is transmutation. My apologies. Transmutation.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Ra,
I forget about Zeke.
You're a wannabe cleric, right? Do you have anything to
move him.
help me from not feeling sick?
We don't want him left over there in case because of
Don't think so, but I'll check.
Doesn't restoration do anything for this, or am I mistaken?
It just helps with drain, fatigue, exhaustion. That's it.
Darn. Thank you anyway. All right.
I see no spellcrafts there though.
Sure. Yeah, if we're able to spellcraft.
Trying to make sure that he said thank you. I didn't know if that was what I heard or not.
Yeah, so you can see as you get much closer, there are a lot of +1 weapons and armor on the inside of here.
I'm gonna
happy to report there's a lot of probably undead +1 geared enemies waiting for us in there, I think. But there is some magically enhanced weaponry in there, suspiciously.
Anything on the other side of the house?
No.
Let's
Okay.
get it over with, I guess, and I'm gonna check the door.
The door is unlocked.
Oh, good.
Gonna
This is
open
very
the door
ominous.
that definitely has a bunch of stuff behind it and peer inside.
Yeah, this
I'll
is
stand near a
a
window.
large building. To the right, as you look down, you can see like a number of beds and footlockers and wash basins next to each of the beds. It's like wash basin, bed, space, wash basin, bed, space. And to the left, you can see a number of racks that have some suits of armor and a longsword and a shield in each of them. There look to be about 10 beds down this way. There look to be about 4 sets of armor and swords on the weapon racks.
Yeah, I want to try and discern the make of the armor. Can I argue craft armor for this?
It's all breastplate. It's of modern.
But like,
you're high enough. Like I'll give a lot of this to you. It is reasonably high quality armor as well. Okay. It's not quite your level of masterwork, but it is definitely above the usual masterwork.
So would it be fair to estimate this probably came from one of the larger cities around here?
Yes, easily. Some very, very, very skilled craftsmen had to have made this.
Okay.
Is there a variety of sizes, or are these all dwarven armors? Or...
No, these are all human armor sizes, but they are in a variety of like shapes. They're almost a universal shape, but you can see there's like little bits to them that have been like fitted just a little bit differently in some of the like leather tyings. I don't remember if it's leather on. I think it is leather on breastplate, but
Okay, yeah. My pointing question is that I don't find it odd that like it looks like dwarves could have fashioned this to use them for themselves. Or is it odd that these are all human?
No, it could have gone either way. Like it's all
way.
yeah.
Okay.
The dwarven body is like the dwarven like torso is about the same as a human. It's their legs that tend to be much shorter.
Okay.
It's just something is still weird with this. It's everything points to these buildings being like the designs of things. They're clearly nobility. They're clearly humans, but then the statues outside are dwarven. I feel like these buildings were not originally with the other things here. They were brought here. So why they were brought here might be part of the solution to what is going on. So far, there's been a tragedy in the first two, and I'm going to start looking around in this one.
Okay.
Do I see any dead bodies or corpses? Or...
No. You'll find the equivalent of about 300 gold amongst the lockboxes.
Okay.
And a few other like belongings and whatnot, and in one of them you'll find a note.
Is this just regular gold, or is this like anything different than like normal gold we see?
No, this is different than the normal gold you've seen. This gold has an insignia on it that I would need a knowledge history check on.
Not getting that from me.
Ooh, very
you
good.
You need to be trained in that.
These are Stavinian gold pieces.
Who? Nvidia?
Stavinian. Stavine is the what the country used to be before RA4. These gold pieces like date back at least 1,000 years.
Shit.
Just are the other ones were the copper and stuff like similar?
Thinking about it, yes, the copper and the silver had the same markings on them.
Who's putting this on their character sheet? Just because it is small, but Zeke is like literally poor, so we should probably be collecting this.
I mean, I can carry it if you want.
I'm definitely taking gold. I have a massive bag of holding that I don't need all the space for right now. So.
Okay, I just want to make sure someone's writing it or keeping track of it.
I'm adding it.
We should go back on the way out, or if we have time to grab.
But there's a letter. I know Cassius is looking forward to.
Yeah, no, I'm literally like as soon as I see the letter, I'm like holding my hands and I'm like Cassius.
I'm staring at you from outside the window. In case there's more mind control and stuff in there. Or body controlling or whatever was touching me.
Very, very delicate. I'm probably actually I'm going to get my hair out because my hair is more fucking dexterous than my actual. And I'm very carefully unfurling it at like a super slow speed.
Give me a hair check so I can give you some negatives to this.
Give me a hair check.
Is that just straight up going to in check, right?
Yeah. Okay. You can at least manage to get it up, but it is like folded together. You know that to unfold this would be very, very dangerous if you want to try to unfold it, or you can, for right now, just put it away.
if somebody else helped with that part and I studied it, would it?
You
be
can.
an
An
easier
A
process?
action is allowed to occur on this piece of paper, but it will still make it very difficult. This paper
Okay.
is at least hundreds, if not 1,000 years old.
If you're
Are
not
we
in a
able to
hurry,
make
if we're probably going to need to rest eventually. I have a spell that can assist in.
Yes,
perfecting
my thinking was we clear everything in the courtyard, we search here, and potentially just set up camp for here and cover all these like resources we need. But
I think that makes the most sense.
some of these clues seem very important, and we didn't fully prepare exactly what we needed for them. So that's my proposal. But
I strongly agree.
okay,
I
then,
feel like we need the knowledge from these papers.
does
risk
anyone
breaking them.
have? I don't know what the safest way. Do I have?
Oh,
anything?
actually, I do
don't-
have something that could
I have
help
a
me
very
do it.
fancy. I have a very fancy map scroll case that we could put these in that I got when I bought that map.
Everything I have is like too big or too small.
Maldronicus, Heracles gave me a spell just for this moment. Give me that paper.
All right, I very delicately. I basically still just have it on the floor. I was probably just trying to unfurl like that. So
I
just
had
kinda
this
pick on
prepared
it.
because it's fucking cool as fuck. Foretell failure. So if I'm gonna fail by doing if I need to roll a 10 or better, I believe this spell tells me that.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
The spell informs you whether the action will succeed if you roll a 10 or better. This one, with the way that it's folded and its age, requires higher than a 10 or better.
Ooh. All right, we're waiting for more assistance.
Just like technical detail with that, by the way. I'm curious. Is that saying the die roll has to be a 10? So if his modifier was like a +5 and the DC was 15, would that come up positive or negative for that?
I'm assuming the
it is
die
if
roll.
the die roll is 10.
The die roll, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's especially bad probably for. Well, actually, Erebus, your dex is okay, right?
Yes.
Mine is a
but,
+6.
if I need to roll a 10, my dex is a +4. So if I need to roll a 10 or higher, it's gonna.
We know that it's essentially at least a DC 15 minimum.
Yeah, there's no point in rushing. I have true skill.
Yep.
I could prepare for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to does anyone have anything I can put this in?
Just stuff it into like a bag of elk.
I'll give him that. I'll give him
that.
that very nice scroll case that I got with my map.
Yeah, I have a bunch of scroll cases too because I bought a scrolls and scroll making stuff with me.
I assume the scroll map or the scroll case is a little bit better because the map I think is pretty huge.
Yeah,
So-
I'll hand you a scroll case.
Okay.
Well, mine is like it's like more fancy
Yeah.
than normal ones.
All right,
I think it's
I'll
safer.
stick it into a scroll case and I don't think we're taking the armors, probably just too much. But are there any magical weapons?
There are several magical swords.
Okay, I'm just gonna stick those in my bag of holding. I assume arrows can just auto, but if you arrow, I don't know how many there are, but arrows, if you want to check them for us.
There are 4+1 swords and 4+1 shields and 4+1 suits of armor.
Okay. Yeah, suits of armor. I'm just gonna leave. Can't fit those in my bag, but definitely the weapons and the shields I will take.
Okay.
Hey, Spinks, are there any spirits here?
There are no spirits here.
None at this building.
Interesting.
Oh my god, I hate that I fucking have to do that. Just close my sheet so I can drag stuff into my bag.
Yeah, because you can't have it in the other mode, the popped out mode or whatever.
I thought I had resolved everything because I even figured out enhancements. I'm using the ammo ticker now, so I don't have to like drag stuff anymore for my weapon. But it still happens when I add inventory, unfortunately.
You thought wrong, Pro. You thought wrong.
I guess if I just made my bag of holding everything at the bottom of my sheet, then I could do it, but... okay.
So if I'm correct, we've obtained 2 pieces of paper from 3 buildings. Did we miss a paper in the stables?
can.
No, the stables were thoroughly checked. There was not a piece of paper in the stables.
Was it in common too?
It was also in common, yes.
Okay.
Anybody?
Or, I'm sorry, you don't know if it's in common because it's
Yeah, I was about to say, did we?
That's
like,
what I was
seal
at.
the
Yeah, I was
lettering or
asking.
anything?
Whoops. I mean, you don't
see
know
him
if it's
look-
in common.
I see him looking at some paper through a window.
Cassius, we're gonna check these papers tomorrow when we have more investigatory magic prepared.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if anybody got a look at it or not.
Perhaps the horses ran off with the third note. And I'm just gonna like go off this way. So Steve, I'm going pretty wide around. I'm always
Same.
just paranoid of statues, so I'm doing like something like that. If you saw that.
Okay. Is the
And
whole
just-
party following behind him?
All
right.
Are you sure you don't want to go around the stables?
Well, we can check. I want to clear the last building, and then we
I'm
can
st-
figure out from there.
All right. For movement, if we're doing it this way, I'm gonna definitely go. Oh nope, that's way too far. Right up here.
Okay. Oh, that's most excellent. So I need everyone to give me perception checks, except Cassius, who's going to get hit by this.
God.
And the lowest roll will take the attack. Yeah, let me give Zeke his.
You've killed me, you fool.
Look, if I can withstand it, you can withstand it.
All right, here we
How
go.
much more dainty.
Erebos, this one's for you. Ooh, God,
one's
these are
for
rolling
you.
crazy high, but that's not a crit. 44
Hold on.
to hit.
Slight rule lowering. I have anticipate peril on. It is for initiative, but I don't know if they would.
No,
I don't know.
you know that it's coming just in time for it to appear in front of you and like run you right the fuck over. And Cassius, you're like, I'm gonna go around the long way, and you hear the galloping of the hooves, and you're like, aw shit. And it comes racing towards you at a speed unlike anything you've ever seen. Both of you, I rolled max damage on both, are going to take 19 points of damage.
Don't they just automatically hit?
It was a 44.
Oh,
I rolled.
that's a
I
miss.
rolled literally the exact same roll on both rolls.
and what was the damage again? Sorry.
19.
All right. Actually, can I make a perception check when I see these things coming
Yes.
on like the rest of the
Yeah,
party
to like get a better look at it. You
to
mean?
figure out if we're stepping on something and triggering it?
Yeah. You'll notice that like as people step onto the road, like you're looking over as you see it, and everybody is like crossing the road at that time, and it is running straight down the road.
All right. When I get closer to the party, I'll let them know about that. I think it's something to do with stepping on the road.
Well, good to know. Sphinx, can you help me out here?
Yeah,
After Sphinx heals them up, I'm gonna keep going up.
Okay.
we will both take healing herbs.
Ooh, I think those both will be enough. Thank you.
Getting
Oh, yeah.
Well, one's
wherever within
for
60 feet is, that's where I'm gonna stop.
Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. I'll take the 17. That's enough for me.
All right.
So 21 for
Back.
Cassius.
Yeah, so you'll see basically the same thing here. There are only 2 suits of weapons and armor here, and there is no note in this building.
Same amount of beds.
Same amount of beds.
Would it be reasonable to deduce these are like guard houses of some sort?
Yes, that is what they would appear to be.
Same amount of spirits.
Yep, same amount of spirits.
Taking the 2 shields and armor in here, or not the armor, so 2 shields and swords.
Yes.
Adding those to my sheets.
Come on, Zeke, get over here.
Then we can check the stables if we want.
Avoid the damn road.
But yeah, hopscotch over the road.
You can't really jump over the road. The road is 15 feet wide.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
yeah.
like I said, there's like scaling problems that I had
Okay.
when I was doing
If
this.
someone specialized in acrobatics, they could long jump that easy.
Sure.
Anyone
How many
get
people in the
anyone-
party have put ranks in acrobatics?
No. You can do it untrained.
All right. So you guys said you're heading back to the stables.
Yeah. Wait, are we going back to the stables or the house over here?
Well, let's go. Let's do this. So I'm gonna
Where are we
go.
checking the stables?
I'm gonna
Oh
go.
god, DC 25 to jump over that road. Good luck,
No,
everyone.
I'm going like this, down around here, going out on the platform, and back over here. Like that.
Well played,
Feet.
sir. Well played. You solved the
yes.
puzzle.
Ah, I'm a genius. It's like
I
I
will
have
follow
22
in
in. Yeah. So then,
We gotta
just
go
gonna
back
double
here at some
check
point,
these
grab the
stables.
coins.
Maybe there's something we missed in here that's magical or something.
It'll total up to about 55 silver worth of coins.
Okay.
And the
Ryan said he was specifically going in that house and collecting.
Well,
the
no,
coin-
I'm not gonna go by
the minor
myself.
coins.
But
The other one, I'm sorry,
just-
the other barracks had about 200 gold worth of coins in it, as opposed to
right.
3. Sorry.
Well, I just wanted to make sure we grabbed them because of the age of them. They might be worth something more than what they are.
What do
yeah.
you guys want to investigate about the stables?
Now that we've kind of seen this happen a couple times, I want to actually like clear out a bit more, like maybe move the cart away so we can get a better view of like the area around here and sort of get maybe down deeper into the ground and see if there's something that we missed.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of time investigating this. There is nothing here to uncover.
Okay.
Make sure Zeke's with us.
Yeah, he's by Sphinx. I think Dan's just being lazy moving the token. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to specify because at the beginning of the session, Steve said if we left our things anywhere, then
Yeah, but you guys have done a good job making this area like secure. So aside from
That's
the
true,
road, I am tempted to move Zeke back and forth across the road, but
Okay.
we should probably check the perimeter of the island too before we.
Yeah, we could check that too. Just be careful not to fall, of course. But...
Well, yeah, these are like walls, right?
Oh, those are the 55-foot walls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's good.
Like these are huge. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that there was nothing like outside here or in these woods or anything.
Nope.
after we scan the area, we're bedding down for the night, or before we head in the main area, or?
Yeah, I'd say let's figure out these clues tomorrow and then go in.
Where do you all want to bed down?
Well, before that, I think we want to check out the perimeter a bit. Just like check around, because I think we got some time to kill, right?
Yeah.
Before so yeah, I want to move around. Whoever, I assume we're all doing it. I don't want to go alone.
Yeah,
But yeah, if we're all doing that, I just want to have this up constantly, just to see if there's like some secret way out of the castle or something like that. But
So
probably
doing
not.
that, you'll actually discover that on the walls there are a number of secret doors that lead up to a set of stairs that will take you up onto the walls.
like these.
Ooh.
But they are blocked off at certain points, so you can basically get to a certain point, and then there is no like. So most of these have like a causeway, I think is the term I'm looking for. But then they end when one of these like just juts up and doesn't allow for anything to get to the other side of it. It's got no like tunnel built through it.
And then if I throw on detect magic, does it radiate magic on the blocked passageway?
No. It's just a giant stone wall. Or stone like whatever column.
Is it common knowledge that dwarves probably have, like dwarven clerics probably have stone shape and stuff like that, and this is probably what's going on, or is that too?
I mean, you're racist enough to know that like dwarves do love their stone, and so it's obvious they probably put like extra stone effort into this, and probably even utilize stone magic to take even greater advantage of this. So to them, like these doors probably aren't even secret; they're just obvious doors that you elven people can't identify properly because you don't know shit about stone.
Fair enough.
Steve, can I make like an Arcana check to get like an idea of? So I know that the fly spell is still on me, but it's like suppressed. Would it be reasonable to assume that probably influences the whole area? Would I have any reason to suspect it might not be that case inside the building? It's probably less.
You would assume that it's probably the entire in effect of the island itself.
Okay. Yeah, it's just for spell preparation. I'm trying to get an idea of. Okay.
Precautions put in place from the last people that visited this castle.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
Okay.
Should we check the perimeter of
You
the
do
abyss too,
know
or-
you do know that it seems to only be magical fly though, because the ghosts and apparitions that you were running into did not have that same limitation.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Is that indicating like my knowledge of Arcana? Like if you were to gaseous form or whatever, that would work? Is that what that implies, or no?
Theoretically, although it is the hold on, let me reread gaseous form because I think
I
gaseous
don't even
form
have the
gives you a
spell.
fly
Just
speed.
curiosity.
It's a novel thing. I'll give this one to you. I just want to see functionally.
I was gonna ask Sphinx and Ra if they can still commune with their gods, and then I thought that might be a little rude if I asked Ra that.
Too soon.
Harsh.
Just to make sure, because I kind of
While
thought.
Steve's looking that up, I would strike up a conversation with Ra. This Hypnos person you spoke to, what exactly were you looking for up here? Lost knowledge?
She first talked to me about a weapon because when I initially came to her, I was asking her about getting my weapon upgraded, and she then went into telling me the story about this castle and how there might be a better weapon here for me after kind of like our chat about both worshipping Sasha and just.
We just
where
ran
that went.
into 2 guardhouses. You think it's probably more in the inner sanctum? It's more power. Do you know what kind of weapon you're looking for?
Well, I showed her a +1 falchion, and she said that there was something much better here for me. So I assume.
Just making
It's
sure she didn't
going
send
to
you on a
be-
wild goose chase.
No, she made it sound like it was an old relic of sorts, like some old, fairly powerful relic that she alluded to that, like, once they're not in use anymore, the spirits sometimes find them and bring them back here. So it would have to be something powerful enough and important enough that spirits would care to try to eventually bring it back to the castle, I assume.
All right.
The only other thing she told me about was, yes, some books that we kind of discussed that I was interested in.
All right.
All right, very good. So my proposal for the camp is one of the 2 buildings that doesn't have a massive mountain of corpses in it.
Yeah, that
seems ideal.
sounds good. Let's
Yeah.
not go into a house.
And I would assume the guardhouses are a little bit more secure. So
Hey, Steve, what are these? I'm sorry if you mentioned them before. Are they just like towers, or?
Hold on. Yeah, these are basically just like pillars. At the top, there seems to be like they're probably places where guards could be stationed and look down in either direction.
Okay.
All right. And where's your plan to rest after
So we're
you
gonna
examine
rest.
the area?
we're gonna rest in this boy, and I'm gonna throw on keep watch.
Go back the same way we came this way.
Yep. All right.
And then I'm
Who's
gonna
being
grab...
kept watch? Is it just you or a bunch of people?
It's everybody at this point.
Yeah, I still have my ring.
Because I
So
don't
we
have
can
to cast
do
it.
5 people, right? How
I
many
don't
are
have to
we?
cast it on Cassius though.
Oh, okay.
So I could cast it twice if Cassius didn't want to sleep at all, but he can just get his 2 hours. It's fine.
All right. Can I have the 8 of you move or the 8 of you, the 6 of you move yourself to that location? Actually, I'll move the 6 of you there. I can just do this. People move themselves and it fucked it up.
I started to move myself before you said
Thanks,
that.
you don't.
Cassius,
My
you
bad.
moved yourself and then I started stretching you and now you're in the ocean.
Ah!
You don't have
Oh
that.
my god, it looks like an atrocity.
Yeah, enlarge Cassius, my favorite spell.
You don't have that mansion, do you?
Do it inside of here.
I kind of almost like, well, I guess the mansion's still a little bit better, but I
The
don't
only
mind the
issue
guardhouse.
is I don't have my alarms prepared.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you're keeping watch, but
Yeah, we're literally not going to sleep, and I have like an insane perception at this point. So
all right. You're keep watching everyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. How does this work? Okay, so wait, let me read keep watch for a second.
you basically get a night's sleep for it, and it's basically like you got a full rest, but you don't actually have to fall asleep, so long as you don't do any strenuous activity.
Oh, so that would include spell casting. My question was, I wanted to permanently keep C and Viz up.
No,
Oh.
you could definitely not do that.
I would not be able to do that. Okay,
Nope.
I guess for like the first hour, like I'll do one casting of it on the beginning of the watch, and then that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll see what happens during your rest. You guys in a bit.
Ugh.
Oh, snap.